Hello and a very warm welcome to Game On. I'm Meha Bhadraj-Alter, and on the show today we are building up to the first semi-final in Euro 2024 between Spain and France. Goal-shy France will be looking to silence the critics when they take on Spain in their Euro 2024 semi-final match on Tuesday, while their opponents hope to keep their impressive campaign going even without key players. With Kylian Mbappe leading their talented squad, France were well among the favourites when they arrived in Germany, but they've come under fire from fans and pundits alike for a string of unimpressive performances and have reached the last four without scoring a single goal in open play. Didier Deschamps' men once again failed to find the net across 120 minutes of action in a goalless draw in the quarterfinals. They've managed only 3 goals in 5 games and have missed 86 non-penalty shots at this tournament. But the coach is not concerned about the team not scoring goals. Listen into what the French coach had to say before this particular semi-final.
Listen, if you're bored, you can watch something else. It's not a big deal, isn't it? You don't have to do anything else. Listen, this is a special European Championship where it's very difficult for everyone. So far, the numbers of goals has been much lower than in the past. So, what I know is that we have the ability to share our emotions and make a lot of French people happy through the results we have been able to achieve, especially during this complicated period in our country. Now, if the people are bored, it does not really matter to me. It was a big shock, and so he had to digest it because, well, digesting, yes, a bit with the hematoma, today that's not a problem. The hematoma is well reabsorbed with each passing day. His nose gets stronger and stronger. In any case, he'll have to get used to wearing the mask for several weeks or months.
Now, despite reaching the final of the last 2 World Cups, winning in Russia in 2018 and losing only on penalties to Argentina and Qatar 4 years later, their Euros record under coach Didier Deschamps is less impressive. In his 12 years, their best result was a runner-up spot in 2016 on home soil. On Friday, they only edged past Portugal on penalties, with Mbappe substituted after another match where he spent more time fiddling with his mask than setting up his teammates. Mbappe's broken nose, suffered at the start of Euro 2024, means he has to wear a mask. Furthermore, he seems to struggle after a painful, after a painful blow from a ball to the side of his face during the match against Portugal, and was not involved as much as he had been before, playing without his usual confident swagger. Mbappe's form after sustaining a broken nose in France's opener and that of Antoine Griezmann, that remains a big question mark ahead of the clash with Spain. But France coach Didier Deschamps is putting his faith in the captain. Deschamps made it clear that Mbappe will be playing in that match at the Munich Football Arena, despite coming off with fatigue in their quarter-final win over Portugal. Now, Spain have been in imperious form with 5 straight wins so far at Euro 2024, but they will be missing several key players in Munich. Midfielder Pedri, he is out of the tournament after sustaining a knee injury in a nasty clash with German midfielder Toni Kroos in their dramatic win on Saturday. Substitute Mikel Merino's header in the 119th minute gave Spain a 2-1 win in a nerve-wracking encounter that ended with 16 bookings, including a yellow card for centre-back Robin Lonoma and a red for full-back Dani Carvajal, meaning both are suspended for today's game. Real Madrid defender Nacho will play centre-back alongside Aymeric Laporte and 38-year-old full-back Jesus Navas, the last player of Spain's golden generation who won the 2010 World Cup and back-to-back Euro titles in 2008 and 2012. Navas will share the right-hand channel with the 16-year-old star from Spain, Lamine Yamal, one of the standout players of the Euros, troubling the opposition together with Nico Williams. All in all, the team is a blend of experience and raw talent that has been thriving under the calm guidance of coach Luis de la Fuente.
I think we are a very eye-catching team, but right now, here it's about winning, especially at this point. We try to be eye-catchy, to have plasticity and show when we play, but being practical. Because what's going to be analyzed and I'm going to be questioned and valued for is for the result. We try to reach that result through a path, and that's why I was saying the other day that our path should be valued. But there's no doubt that what matters in the end at this stage, almost always, but more at this stage, is the result.
In terms of ability of making the difference, as you said, individually, of course, is Kylian Mbappe. So. But France is more than him. It's a whole team. They defend so good. They contra that. They can play the ball. So there's many aspects. We don't like to individualize on a player.
We have to be very focused, especially as you said, when we are attacking, we need to always be vigilant. They have very fast players up front and they want to lose the ball, we quickly recover it, then I believe we have a good chance. I believe that in these championships, in the end, a team is more valuable. It's more valuable to have a family where the 26 of us are united because in the end, anything can happen. Sometimes it's much more valuable to have a great team, to be better as a whole, than to have stars. And I think we are proving that maybe we don't have those standout names or superstars, but as a team, we are very good. We play good football, and so far, things are going very well for us.
In the second semi-final, it's England who defeated Switzerland on penalties and the Netherlands who ended Turkey's dream run in the quarterfinals. Both teams haven't had a smooth run in this tournament. Let's begin with the Netherlands. They finished third in their group after losing to Austria and had to come from behind to get the better of Turkey. But despite the struggle, Netherlands have managed to get to their first Euro semi-final in 20 years. And if there's someone who can take credit for helping his team, it's forward Cody Gakpo, who's been in spectacular form. He is the leading goal scorer with 3 goals in 5 matches, followed by Daniel Malen with 2 goals and also registered 1 assist. England, on the other hand, they finished top of their group but won only 1 game while drawing against Slovenia and Denmark. Then they played against Slovakia and were almost knocked out of the tournament. And if it wasn't for the bicycle kick by Jude Bellingham, they would have been out. That goal was scored in the 95th minute. Then they faced a strong Swiss side and they were trailing by a goal till the final 10 minutes. Bukayo Saka was the hero in that quarterfinal, which they won via penalties. Despite the struggles, England manager says he's proud of the team, but the fans and critics have lambasted this team for their boring style of play. Add to that, Harry Kane's fitness has been a concern. Kane injured his ankle playing for Bayern Munich in March and hasn't been the same since. While some might call this English team the luckiest in how they've made it to the semis, Gareth Southgate is more concerned about the results and not the style of play. And as long as they're getting the results, he knows the fans will be happy in the end.
Yeah, every now and then you think, surely there has to be some enjoyment in this job. So if I can't enjoy that moment, then yeah, the whole thing's a waste of time, really. So I love the players. I love being in that moment with them. I took this job to try and improve English football, not the seniors when I first joined the Football Association. And I wanted us to regain credibility on a world stage. So I can't deny that, you know, when it's as personal as it's been the last few weeks, on a human level, that's quite difficult. But we're fighting. We're not going to stop fighting. And as I said, we're in another semi-final and we'll see where we can get to.
Well, we're in a semi-final, so we're doing pretty good. I thought today was probably our best performance out of the competition so far. We're playing against really good teams. Switzerland cause us problems at times, but we cause them problems. And I think just great credit to the boys for the way we bounced back after going 1-0 down, and great resilience throughout the whole tournament. And when you look at all the champions over the years in these big tournaments, that's what they have to show first and foremost, is resilience, and that's what we have in abundance. So we've got a real togetherness, and we've got a real belief that we can do something special, and it'll be no different on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think for me it's something I embrace. You can fail once, but you have a choice whether you put yourself in that position or not again. And I'm a guy who's going to put myself in that position, and I believed in myself. And when I saw the ball hit the net, I was a very happy man.
Now, everybody wants to know the answer to this question. Is Cristiano Ronaldo's international career over? Well, Ronaldo has not announced his retirement yet, but after Portugal's campaign ended in a heartbreak as they were beaten by France, it was being speculated that the tournament in Germany could be his final outing with the national team. Ronaldo has a total of 130 international goals, the most by any player, but he failed to score with any of his 23 attempts at Euro 2024. The superstar was criticized for his performance during the tournament as he burst into tears after missing a penalty against Slovenia, and was also seen crying after their loss to France. But that wasn't the only time one felt maybe Ronaldo should have been benched. Ronaldo was not able to find the pace and the power to get to the end of crosses in the box. He was not able to latch on to the through balls and clearly looked past his prime. And game after game, one wondered if Roberto Martinez had made a mistake by sticking with Ronaldo in all the games, or should he have tried someone like Diogo Jota or Gonzalo Ramos. Hindsight is 2020, but not only did we see a man who struggled with his game, he was also frustrated at how things weren't going his way. Case in point, the game against Slovenia. He was even given a yellow card for arguing with the referee. While his performance and his emotional reaction made people believe maybe it was his last international game, now he's hinted that he may not be retiring just yet. On his social media, he posted after the loss saying, "We are grateful for everything you've given us and for everything we've achieved so far on and off the field. I'm sure that this legacy will be honored and we will continue to be built together." Even Portugal coach Roberto Martinez said after his team's elimination that it was too soon to say if Ronaldo had played his last game for his country. It'll be interesting to see if the five-time Ballon d'Or winner will continue playing through the 2026 World Cup at the age of 41. Right, let's also get you the latest from Copa America. It's the tournament debutant versus the reigning World Cup champions. Argentina will take on Canada in the Copa America semi-finals at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Canada is the lowest ranked team in Group A, but it advanced ahead of Peru and Chile to reach the quarterfinals, where they drew 1-1 with Venezuela before winning on penalties. There is good news for Argentinian fans. The captain Lionel Messi, he's cleared to play in the match against Canada despite the forward's hamstring injury concerns. On the eve of the match, Argentinian coach Lionel Scaloni confirmed the news, saying he will be part of the game, so they are calm. Messi, who suffered a right hamstring injury against Chile, did not play in the final group game against Peru before returning to action in their quarterfinal penalties win over Ecuador, in which he missed his spot kick. Defending champions Argentina are bidding to win a record 16th Copa America, and they're facing Canada, opponents that they beat in the tournament's opening game 2-0. On to cricket, James Anderson, Test cricket's most successful fast bowler, is set for an emotional farewell as the English summer starts against West Indies at Lord's from tomorrow, after being informed that the England team is looking to build towards the future. The 41-year-old will play his 188th and final Test match this week to bring down the curtains on a record-setting career that began in 2003 and has seen Anderson take 700 wickets while redefining the limit limits of how long a pace bowler can operate at the highest level. Anderson debuted in tests in May of 2003 and his 187 test caps are another England record, beaten only by Sachin Tendulkar's 200 appearances for India. In 2015, Anderson surpassed Sir Ian Botham's 383 wickets to become England's most successful bowler of all time. And in 2018, he broke Glenn McGrath's mark of 563 test wickets to become the most prolific fast bowler ever. James Anderson will end his career at the top. He is among the top 3 most successful test bowlers ever. He will be the only pacer, in fact, in that club to sign off with 700 wickets. Anderson is in that number 3rd position behind Muthaiya Muralitharan, who has 800 wickets from 133 tests, and Shane Warne. Our own Anil Kumble is in the number 4th position with 619 wickets from 132 tests, and then in the number 5 position is Stuart Broad, who almost through his 167 test career operated with Anderson. Another interesting fact to highlight the exceptionally long career of Anderson: many legends began their test journey after Anderson and they signed off before him. The list includes A.B. de Villiers, MS Dhoni, Stuart Broad and David Warner, who played his last test against Pakistan in Sydney in the last week of January. Now, Anderson has said that after the tour to India a few months ago, he had said this. He said he was definitely in the best shape and hoped to play through the summer. However, a frank discussion with Test coach Brendan McCullum over a round of golf saw Anderson informed that the team was looking to the future and shaping a pace attack for the Ashes in 25 and 26. And he seems to have made peace with that. He said, and I quote, "I feel like I'm still bowling as well as I ever have, but I knew it had to end at some point, whether it's now or in a year or two. The fact is, it's now is something I've got to deal with and accept. Last couple of months, I've made peace with that. I can completely understand the decision and the way the team and management want to go. I'd love just to be able to contribute somehow this week, whether it's 1 wicket or whatever it is. I'd love just to make a small contribution and win the game." Legends are forever. That's what News 9 team discovered at the World Championship of Legends, which is currently going on in Birmingham in England. The likes of Yuvraj Singh and some of the other legends, they were part of a game between India and Pakistan. And, once again underlining the fact that an India-Pakistan game remains one of the biggest crowd pullers. So take a look at this report.
So why I have come to watch this match? Reason is of Yuvraj Singh.
The idea was simple yet revolutionary, bringing together some of the greatest cricketers from different eras and nations to play in the one spectacular league. The World Championship of Legends League was born from this dream.
So why I have come to watch this match? Reason is of Yuvraj Singh. He's one of my favorite batsmen from the old times, and I still remember his 6 sixes in 1 over. Brett Lee, Chris Gill, all these were the favorite timers where I can watch their match at any time. But now these days I don't remember also the new batsmen names also. I just know Kohli or just a few batsmen or few cricketers where I can see the faces all around. But the legendaries are the legends. I just remember them.
After a long time, we are able to see our old players. It is very nice to see, especially India-Pakistan match. And like Yuvraj Singh, Yusuf Pathan, Harbhajan Singh, all are here. We want Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Sachin, Ganguly, all will play here. And in UK, you can see the crowd, India and Pakistan match. We just finished our World Cup 2020. It was too much. Say India, India.
This match because of the legends playing today like Yuvraj Singh and Suresh Raina. I've seen them playing in my old days and it's just reliving that eternal era of cricket, which I don't think you get to see it today. Because legends are just born once, and if you just revisit the players that you are seeing today, it just brings back good memories of old cricket. And I'm absolutely amazed to be here and watching my old idols play here at Edgbaston, and it's just thrilling, to be honest.
From siblings in cricket like Yusuf Pathan and Irfan Pathan, let's shift focus to these two brothers, Croatian brothers, Martin and Valen Sinkovic, are the winners of 3 Olympic medals, 2 gold and a silver. At Paris, they aim for the 4th one. The duo are training on the crystal clear waters of Peruka Lake. We end our show with this story. Goodbye.
This is our 4th Olympic Games, and we won 3 Olympic medals so far, 2 gold medals and 1 silver, and we hope to achieve 1 more medal this year in Paris.
Our preparation so far is going really good. We made some good improvement on our technique and definitely in our form. So we expect to be much faster than the first part of the season, and we definitely know that we need to be much faster to even compete for medal.
We expect probably the toughest Olympics for us so far. We'll compete in the men's pair, and of course we expect to be in the battle for the medal and for the gold medal. We expect it will be a good organization and we'll have a good time in Paris.
There are beautiful golf courses, there are well-played golf courses, there are great greens. But I think we are a combination of everything.
Now, because of the nature-friendly atmosphere here, plenty of water, you can hear the birds. So lots and lots of birds live on this golf course.
Every corner you have a different vista. You have the beautiful Sayadri range behind you, and it's just endless. It keeps going on and on and on and on. So I think no matter what floor you are, you're always slapped in the face by this most amazing view that takes your breath away for a second.
This and more. Streaming on News 9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
Why is the state not looking at putting an embargo on that?
As a Telangana person, I will not accept.
How do ordinary folks deal with this?
It is a platform that the Indian Navy desperately needs, but will have to wait for a few more years to acquire. A Russian Federation nuclear-powered attack submarine was to join the Indian Navy by next year. But a new Cold War has delayed its refit. The Indian Navy does not have an attack submarine for several more years. Will Prime Minister Modi and President Putin find a way to resolve this logjam when they meet in Moscow? Why has the war in Ukraine delayed India's Chakra 3 SSN? News 9 Plus decodes. Let's begin by understanding the genesis and importance of nuclear-powered attack submarines. Why does India need nuclear-powered attack submarines? Nuclear-powered attack submarines can stay underwater almost indefinitely. From the depths of the seas, these underwater battleships can move at high speeds to attack surface and land targets with torpedoes and missiles. They are thus the only platforms capable of operating in heavily defended enemy waters. Only 5 countries, the US, Russia, China, France and the UK have them. India is the only major naval power without an SSN. But doesn't India already have nuclear submarines? Yes, but what India has are nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, or SSBNs, of the Arihant class. SSBNs are essentially slow-moving strategic submarines carrying nuclear-tipped missiles. They are operated by the Indian Navy but not part of the naval fleet. They come under the Strategic Forces Command. Like the P5 countries, India needs both SSBNs and SSNs to project credible power. To understand the difference between these platforms, think of SSBNs as bomber aircraft and SSNs as fighter jets. The US Navy has over 50 SSNs, followed by the Russian Federation, which has 18 SSNs. SSNs are extremely complex platforms to develop and build. This is the reason why China, despite having the world's fastest growing naval fleet, has been able to build only 6 SSNs. India needs at least 6 SSNs, but the project to build them is yet to be cleared. It has to rely on Russia for leased SSNs to bridge the gap. What is the Russia Connect of SSNs? Nuclear-powered submarines are the crown jewel of India-Russia defense cooperation. In the 1970s, Admiral Sergei Gorshkov, the father of the modern Soviet Navy, wanted India to acquire a fleet of missile-firing nuclear submarines. The Soviet Union's K-43, the world's first SSN that could fire missiles from underwater, was transferred to India for 3 years in 1987. It was renamed the INS Chakra. This was first such instance of any country transferring